Are we back again? We are back. We are live. Okay, recapping on last month. Thank you for dropping in again, guys. Yeah, had a bit of a connection issue. It's been a bit wild weather recently. And so, yeah, if I drop out again, let me know. I've got the chat up, so let us know if you're here. Sorry about the connectivity issues at the moment. So, welcome to the Fisherman's Office Live August edition. We're doing a big one today. AFTA 2024 happened this month, so we're going to get through all of, well, what I think is relevant for this channel and go from there. A few products and things like that, so we're going to jump on there. Les is here from Pitbull Custom Lures. Thanks for dropping in, mate, and saying good day. Yeah, so if you're new here, drop us a like, comment, share, subscribe, all the fun things, all that stuff. Hawksy's here, Mark's here. G'day, guys. How you going? Great to see yous. And yeah, so recapping on last month, we'll get into the products with AFTA. We'll do a bit of a content update and also some promos and a giveaway. Of course, like always, we do a $100 lure pack giveaway or fishing gear pack giveaway every month. So yeah, up to the value of $100. So I'll set up a fishing pack for you and the kind of fishing that you do. Anyways, so the recap. Last month, we went through some upcoming videos and some planned content and a few things like that. And we went over some new gear that I bought. I had some new lures that I showed in the last month as well. And our last month's winner of our giveaway was Tony Collier. So that was the sort of update in terms of, well, that's what the recap is from last month anyway. Not too much going on in the realms of content for me. And all that stuff. So yeah, it was a bit lacking in the content region of things. It's the polar opposite tonight because we got a massive one tonight, so that should be good. Jeff Bade's here. G'day, Jeff. Thanks for dropping in and saying g'day as always. You're always on the channel, mate, and I really appreciate your support as always. Now, straight into the AFTA stuff. First thing I'm going to put up is something from the Daiwa product showcase. It's actually from the Daiwa website, but this is some of the new stuff that was at AFTA. So we've got the new in-feet SK models that are coming out soon. So I'm just going to play this video and we'll get into it and have a chat about these new models. Carol Carpenter says, yay, I'm in. Good to see you, mum. All right, we're going to get into this first video from AFTA 2024. I'm just going to up the volume so you guys can hear it through the mic of my thing. The audio won't be as good here, but yeah, I haven't done the headphone thing yet. I'll probably do that soon enough if this live goes well. Daryl M says hello. How you going, Daryl? Just in time, mate. We're just about to get through to the first video from the new products. That's the new in-feet SK models from Daiwa. Let's have a look.
Oh, that's in. That's the one. Alright, g'day Daiwa fans, Tom Slater here, and I've got with me the brand new two models for the in-feet SK range. So up the top we've got the 722 LFS. So this is a 7'2" butt jointed two-piece fast action rod, ideal for kind of twitching hard bodies. I really love this rod for throwing the double clutch 48, spike 44s, those kind of shallow hard bodies. Also works really great as a light plastics rod. Around 1/16th, 20th of an ounce. Works absolutely fantastically for that. And on the bottom is a new model, I guess for the in-feet family. It's a 6'8" L plus FS. So L plus meaning light plus. So it's that in-between light to medium light. It's got a little bit more power in the bottom end. We developed this one for structure fishing, like the jetties and stuff behind us. Whether you're throwing plastics or hard bodies, you know, like those sinking kind of crustacean style lures into the structure, that 681 L plus is going to have the grunt to get those big fish out of heavy cover. So two new models into the SK lineup. That brings it to 6 in total. There's crankbait rods in there, top water rods, blade rods. Now we've added the hard body twitching rod, the structure rod. There's something for everyone. These two new models are in stores now. So make sure you check them out, and the whole InFeet rod family. I think you're going to absolutely love them.
So that was a bit of a, I guess just a little intro video about the actual products themselves, just the two new models. I think they said a 722 and 702, I think he said, I can't remember now. But yeah, basically more crankbait and structure-based rods, so a little bit more butt section for the structure-based rod and stuff like that. So just adding to the already great range from Daiwa's SK models there. So yeah, pretty cool. The structure fishing thing is something I have done a little bit of around local areas, estuaries, stuff like that, like Patterson Lakes and around town and stuff like that, and rods that are well equipped to pull your fish out of that structure, something that you would probably want. So yeah, worth a look at the new SK models by the looks of it from InFeet and Daiwa there. So yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm going to find another video now, going straight into reels. That's the only rods I wanted to really look at this time. I wanted to look at the new Dobbin stuff, but I couldn't find any content around them. And yeah, so I can't really find anything that gives us any detailed information about those rods. So that's a bit of a bummer, that one, but that's okay. We're going to jump into the Vanford in a minute. And yeah. We're going to do a bit of a look there. So I'm just actually jumping out of that straight into Starlo land in Shimano and having a look at the new Vanford FA model. So we'll get straight into it.
Shimano Australia proudly announces the release of the 2024 Vanford FA series of reels, a revolution in finesse fishing. I've become a real fan of the Vanfords over the last few years, and I'm particularly excited about this new FA range. Featuring 6 models, including the new ultralight 500 size, this series incorporates cutting-edge technology and the robust CI4 Plus material, offering unmatched strength and lightness. Key innovations include the DuraCross drag washer, anti-twist fin, Infinity Cross and Infinity Drive, all enhancing performance and durability. The MGL rotor and long stroke spool design promise smooth operation and superior casting. It's tailored for both novices and seasoned anglers. The Vanford FA series sets new standards in the performance of mid-range fishing reels, picking up from where the previous Vanfords were and adding so much more, but without any extra cost. And with these wonderful new cosmetics, what a sleek looking reel. Check them out at your local tackle shop or online on the Shimano website.
So, the new Vanford. Now, most people will know that on my channel I'm pretty much a Daiwa guy, so seeing some Shimano stuff on here might be a bit of a kind of a moment for you. But no, I had the pleasure of jumping over to, actually I went to BCF in Bayswater there. They had a few of the Vanfords in stock just to have a bit of a play with them. A very, very nice little reel. With that CI4 material used for the body, and yeah, the anti-twist fin. Now, I don't know too much about that. I haven't really had anything to do with any sort of Shimano stuff for a long time, so to say that I know anything about how that technology works is would be a lie, to be honest with you. But I think it's supposed to stop the loose line that's laying over the spool itself. I've seen a tiny peensy bit of footage of it. It's like it holds the line tight towards the rotor a little bit more, towards the spool, sorry, a bit more, so that it doesn't cause loose wraps around the spool there. So probably really good. idea for obviously when, you know, wind knots are a bit of a thing when you get that real loose line, after, especially using plastics and lightweighted lures and stuff. You get a lot of that horrible, you know, doubled over line, and when you cast out it turns into this big matted wind knot of horribleness coming out of your reel. I know we've all probably experienced that a few times. So anything that's technology in there that is going to help stop that from happening is got my vote. I like that idea. That's great. Now, the other thing that was saying about, well, I can't remember the name of the drag system that they were using, but it's meant to be using some different way of constructing the felt, the washers inside of the stack, which basically just helps the overall operation of the drag. It's obviously good for, you know, finesse applications and things like that. So yeah, that's pretty cool. The other thing, in terms of their lineup goes, for any of the trout bums out there, the new 500 size is apparently really, really cool. A mate of mine, Shane, who was at AFTA this year, got a chance to have a bit of a play with one, held one in his hand, and he reckons it's so small that it's like, it feels like nothing's in your hand essentially. So yeah, it's like a little toy kind of thing. But yeah, I'd be keen to have a look at that and see what it looks like and get into that. So yeah. Now, while I've got the YouTube window screen up, I'm going to just quickly search some other content that I've got to get up here. Now, while I'm doing that, I'll let you know about the giveaway about the giveaway we're doing this month. Yes, it's the same kind of giveaway where we will give away $100 gear pack suited to your kind of fishing. But there is a little bit of a twist to this. I have usually got you put comments in the chat, you know, I want to be entered in, na 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 na. But this time, I want you to answer a simple question. Now, the question is, what is the title of my very first YouTube video? Chuck that in the chat box and let me know what that is in the comments. And if you get it right, you're in the draw. There you go. I'll remind you again later, and I'll keep putting names in here as long as I see them in here. And I'll run through the chat box a little bit later on while we're doing that, and we're watching something else a bit longer. And we'll go from there. Shaq Lewis says, hi Lee, bit late, sorry. And that's about it. Oh, wait, hang on a second, I've got another one. Non-Daiwa gear, sacrilege, mind blown. Yeah, pretty much. It is a bit like that, isn't it, mate? Yep. All right, now I'm just going to search for the video. While you're doing that, feel free to jump off the live for a second and just go and have a look at my very first video. And I want to know what the title of my very first YouTube video was. Okay.
Here on and stuff, and stuff.
All right. Now I found the video that I was looking for. So yeah. Right. So, okay. Now next reel is a pretty cool one. Something that's gaining popularity a little bit. In the realm of bait cast stuff is our BFS style reels and just BFS gear in general. So yeah, one of those ones. Yeah, so I'm going to play that video. And this is Steve Morgan's video. I'm covering it with Tom Slater. This is live at AFTA. So some first ones from AFTA this year. So let's watch that.
G'day, Steve Morgan here, ABT and Fishing Monthly magazines. Day 2 of the trade show, and I thought, hey, what a great day to do Tackle Fridays. You guys love it. I've tracked down Tommy Slater from Diver. Tommy, I stole once from you a BFS combo, maybe a couple of years ago now. You saw it in all sorts of videos. I've been throwing top waters on it, been throwing crabs on it. First news is you're not getting it back, but the second news is, how do I do an upgrade on this thing? Because you have some fancy new Daiwa BFS reels that are going to interest me.
Yeah, so you took a Steez and in-feed baitcast combo off me a couple of years ago, and as you said, you've been using it for the cicadas and stuff, and that Steez is really capable, but the new Geckovision Air TW is kind of steps it up to the next level, so you can cast under 1 gram with this thing.
Wow. I can cast under 1 gram, or good people can cast under 1 gram with it?
It does make it a lot easier for everyone. So the PE tuned saltwater bait finesse reel. So most other bait finesse reels on the market are made for American or Japanese.
Didn't mean to do that.
They're tuned for fluoro or nylon lines, but Geckovision being a rockfish brand from Japan, it's PE tuned BFS reel. So saltwater friendly and braid tuned. So much more. The breaking profile is much more suited to the lines we use in Australia.
You'll notice on the spool here, I notice there's a little bit of a detent in the spool. Is there anything special I need to know when I'm going to spool this thing up? I know it's all ported and super light, etc. Why that design? Does it jump up out of the groove? Is it for backing? What's it all for?
Just to give you the right amount of line. So it doesn't hold obviously a lot of line, and that step in the spool just narrows it down to the middle, gets the line through that T-wing. But yeah, as you say, lots of porting on the spools. They're very light spool, very low inertia, and that air brake mag force just gives you the ultimate ability to cast those super light baits, but still perfectly fine for doing what we do and cast spikes and cicadas and stuff like that around as well. But really, really nice little BFS reel.
And tell us about the rod. You know, again, I haven't got much information on the rod. You've got a couple of the regular tape of BFS rods there, and I had to pick them up and work out which one felt like the one I had. Give us a rundown of the in-feed BFS rod. I think it's a lovely stick. I love soft rods.
Yeah, so we've got 2 series of in-feed baitcast rods. We've got the in-feed Z, which is the one you've got there. There's a 702 LRB, 732 LFB, so 7-footer and a 7'3".
Yep.
And then we've got the EX range, which is just the flagship of the series, and 2 a regular and a fast as well.
Yep.
This gives you the ability, I guess, to find what you like. So you like the soft one.
Yep.
I quite like the fast action ones for hopping blades and stuff like that as well.
Yep.
So you just cover all the bases, but really high end, made for Australia, designed by us here for brim and the sort of stuff that we fish for. We're not taking a BFS rod from another market and trying to apply it to our fishery.
BFS in general becoming popular nowadays. I see more and more on tournament anglers' decks, and I'm sure the general fishing public love it as well.
Yeah, it's definitely becoming more of a trend, and I really enjoy using it as well in the Hawkesbury and cranking walls and throwing spikes around and, as I said, blades and bottom contact stuff as well. So I think it's just going to become more and more popular as more people get used to it, but and as the gear becomes more available. So definitely an emerging trend.
And last question is, when are these available?
They'll be in stores in a couple of weeks and $5.49 retail.
There you go. So if you need to buy yourself an early Christmas present, one of the new Geckovisions.
Right, so Geckovision Air BFS. Now, something that I really like the idea of. I've been holding off on BFS stuff for quite a long time, and now this is like really got me keen to try it out. But yeah, look, I'll probably end up buying some other gear before I get into the BFS stuff still. But yeah, it's really started to make it easier for me to want to buy it. So yeah, really cool. Pitbull Custom Lures has sent in a super chat worth $10. Thank you very much, mate. You're an absolute legend. Perler of a dude. Much appreciated. Yeah, so Geckovision Air. Now, as they were saying on the screen there, it's more purpose-built for the Australian market in what we prefer to use, which is PE material, which is braided lines, whereas BFS stuff that people buy from over in the other markets are generally suited for either nylon lines, like your normal monofilament, or straight through fluorocarbon, where we don't typically, users in Australia don't typically use straight through fluorocarbon on any bait cast gear, apart from a few cod anglers that I've heard of, but that's about it. So having something purposely made up for Australian market in the BFS range is hitting a new market essentially, which is, as I'm saying, gaining in popularity, which is cool. So yeah, they've had the bait cast in-feeds out for a while. I'm pretty sure that that's the same kind of realm of things there. I'm not sure that's a new model of rod, but yeah, essentially that was I think last year's release, when they released the Tatula 70, I think it was, which was, you know, yeah, and they had the Steez, which was, you know, capable as well, but not quite 100% set up in the way that the Gecko Visionaire is. 549 retail, so, you know, not a cheap reel, but yeah, not exactly top buck expense, which is cool. So yeah, that's it. Jeff Bade has sent me a super thanks, a super chat for $5, mate. You're an absolute pearler as well. Love your work, and I don't know if you were to give me any more money, I think I'd owe you a new scooter, mate. So yeah, not to say that your other one isn't good, because I saw you absolutely haul up that hill on Facebook today, which is funny as. So yeah, really good. All right, now we're going to get into some lure stuff now. Now this is probably the most content heavy part of the night, so obviously we're still watching plenty of video. I'll let you know about that question again while we're watching the videos. If you want to dick past and have a look at the very first video that I put up on YouTube, I want to know what the title is. Let us know in the comments in the chat box, and that's how you get entered into the giveaway tonight. So jump in, have a bit of fun, and we'll get this happening. So yeah, I'm going to search up this video as well. This first one is out of AFTA. It's one released by a YouTube channel that's out of AFTA, but I'll go into his AFTA related video afterwards, which is a bit of a segment of one whole video that he's got there. So I'm just going to grab that video up now and have a look. This guy, the reason why I'm having a look at his main video is because it's got a little bit of a talk about the incentive he's got around this lure and how he's going about it. So it's pretty cool. I'm just trying to find it now. Where is it? Here it is. All right. I had a timestamp here. Oh, yeah, there it is. All right. So I'm just gonna find the timestamp here. It's happening. It's loading slow. Don't know if you guys are hearing me all right, but yeah, we're happening. It's happening. All right. We're into 2 pages of a 5-page run sheet, so it's a pretty hectic night tonight. So thanks for tuning in and staying with me. Now I'm just waiting for the right time of this video to come through. I don't want to go too far, that's all. So he's nearly there. Yep. Here we go. All right. Now, this is from a guy called My Lure Box. Now, he's been a YouTuber for quite a while, and he started developing lures. These lures that he's talking about here would probably suit to some of the Murray cod angling that we do here down south. So, yeah, he's probably developed it more for your large flathead and your Jew and stuff like that, and barra. But barra lures still catch cod, and, you know, there's plenty of applications for all lures. So, yeah. Now,
guys, I hope you enjoyed that as much as
I'm going to hit the go on the screen here. Yeah, I have already. Here we go.
I have. A really special moment. Now, remember, these lures are open for pre-order now through my website, Dispatch, on the 1st of September. I want to share with you also about the My Lure Box Barra project. There's a sticker that comes on the front of these paddle glides that gives you guys an insight into it. There's a QR code on the back that's going to share with you what's going on with the purchase of every pack of these lures. I'm restocking a barra into dams with these lures. So when you buy these, you buy a barra, and it puts a barra into a local waterway. I've teamed up with a stocking agency that's going to allow us to get as many barra as we can sell packets into the local dams to support the fishery for the future and get our kids onto some big fish in years to come, hopefully. All right, now make sure you stay subscribed to this channel. There's a whole lot coming, including the highlights and best in show preview. I'm at the preview for that, so you'll be the first to see all the new stuff through this channel. So make sure you hit the bell this week to get onto that and stay subscribed. There's a whole lot of big fish coming on these paddle glides in coming weeks, so I've got some videos lined up for you guys. You're going to love it.
Thanks for watching, folks. Let me know what you think about this video. It's been a long time waiting to bring it to you guys. It's great to have these lures out now, and I can't wait to see what you get on them.
All right, so yeah, so that's John, my lure box. He's been doing stuff for a long time now on YouTube. He's got nearly 47,000 subscribers on his channel. He does a really good job, and he's doing a good thing there. With I really kudos and hats off to him about you know, starting a stocking program out of the sales of his lures. I think that's a fantastic incentive, and yeah, I think that if more lure builders and stuff did that down here with regards to stocking fish down here, that would be also cool. And you kind of, well, in a way, like it says, you're buying a barra. You know, if you were to do something like that for cod down here, you'd be buying a cod essentially, or something like that. So yeah, really cool incentive, and I think it's just, you know, I like an Aussie story, and that's pretty cool, with him developing his own lures and using them for that. So yeah, so that's that particular video. Now that's just sort of an intro. If you want to watch that whole video, I'll actually just show you what the title of that is. So it says "The Lure Dreams Are Made Of." Okay, so that's the title of it, and basically the thumbnail is just a big Jew, which is caught on one of those. So yeah, he catches some massive barra on it with his son in the boat with him. You know, it's a really cool, wholesome video, and he tends to have those sort of wholesome family type style videos, which is great. I think he's a school teacher, if I'm not mistaken, but yeah, he's done a big trip and stuff like that. Took a caravan around Oz and all that, and did a bunch of stuff with his family as well. So yeah, just a really good channel to watch without, you know, shamelessly plugging my own stuff. That's one worth watching. Anyways, I'm going to find his other video now with regards to AFTA. I'm just going to go back to his channel here. Now here it is. I think it was here.
Yeah, right.
All right, so we're already here on it. This is him showing his lures again on the AFTA 2024 Best in Show, which he actually entered into to get his best in show. So yeah.
If you haven't seen my video that I released 2 days ago, you've got to check it out. These are the paddle guide. They're a lure that I've designed and I've released in the last few days. You've got to get them to sell it out. I've already sold out a couple of paddles this week, but these are a big fish killer machine for the really big fish. Giant Jew, flathead, that sort of massive barramundi up north. They come pre-rigged, so you've got a big 1 ounce insert there that's removable with 2 big hook harnesses, and then a big extra sized EWG if you like bait fishing and swim baiting. They also come with a foam insert. It can slow the sink rate right down if you're wanting to hold it in front of fish, livestock style fishing. A lot of the time those massive fish that we're chasing, they need a really slow moving bait sat in front of their nose. That's what these paddle guides can do. Hint, hint, if you're going to enter the People's Choice Best in Show, make sure you look after me. I'm the best in show. Go and put your vote in for me. It's a paddle guide. Now these aren't the only thing that I've brought to this year's show. I've still got my soft glides there, and I've also got my jack burners. So if you're coming on Saturday, get to the back right hand side. I'd love to see you. Come and shake my hand, say good day, and I'll show you what these are all about. This is one of the lures that I did my first walk around here about half an hour ago. Jackal.
All right. So that's him showing his new lures off at AFTA. He put it in for People's Choice, you know, award essentially. So I'm not sure how we polled with that one, but yeah, kudos to him for jumping in with the big boys and having a crack, which is great. So yeah, and I think that pre-rigged style thing that he's got going on there is really cool. He's got the foam inserts in there as well. I'm not sure if you could hear that very well on the media from the mic, because it's just coming from my microphone here, guys. So I haven't set up the audio 100% yet. Still toying with this live streaming software and getting used to it. But yeah, anyways, yeah. So the soft foam inserts actually slow the sink down quite a bit, so you can have them sit really shallow. And I know in a lot of senses the cod are up, you know, in really shallow areas, especially when the guys are out using that live tech and cruising around looking for feeding cod in bays and stuff like that. These would be probably perfect for that, I reckon. So yeah, worth a look at if you're looking for something a little bit different. Check out the My Lure Box paddle glide. So yeah. Anyways, next video is another more promotional sort of thing from a particular YouTube channel. They were in AFTA as well, and it's just going to show you.
Crush City is a destination.
Holy moly, that was very, very loud. Sorry, guys. Just trying to look for it here. All right, here we go. We've got this happening now. This is the Crush City Imposter 4.5 inch. So anyone that wants to jump over and chase, you know, your dew and stuff like that around, I reckon that'd be probably a good one to use. But yeah, I'll let Mick Horn do the talking here. So this is the new Crush City Imposter. I haven't tried the smaller Imposter. I think it's a 3-inch or something like that. But I reckon it'd be a great one to use. And then the Crush Cities in general have been, you know, pretty good to me anyway. So I've used them a bit, chasing a redfin and a few things like that. So yeah, worth a look at these anyways. But we'll play this one. This is the new Crush City Imposter 4.5 inch.
Rapala has taken the 3-inch Imposter to the next level. I'd like to welcome you to
So it was 3-inch.
Rapala's Crush City 4.5-inch Imposter. With its lifelike body design and added appendages, we believe the Imposter is one of the most lifelike shrimp imitations on the market.
That's a mid-thready. That looks really good.
Same Soup TPE material as a 3-inch model. The 4.5-inch shares all the great fish catching characteristics as the original. Smart injection technology allows Rapala to infuse the Imposter with shrimp scent, which also adds to the appeal. The 4.5-inch Imposter has that great leg movement. It also has that added kicking tail for an overall realistic action. The Imposter can be rigged several different ways, rigging on a worm hook for skipping into those snaggy areas, or on a standard jig head, fishing multiple depths of the water column. Rapala Australia has developed a colour range to suit our market, featuring solid and core shot colours. It doesn't matter where you're fishing, there's going to be a colour in the range to suit any fishing situation. So make sure you get down to your local Rapala stockers and go and check out Rapala's Crush City 4.5-inch Imposter, because this thing is gonna crush it.
Yeah, so that's another one. That's the Rapala Crush City. So yeah, they're a more, probably if we were talking about down here, more of an estuary sort of style fishing tool. But the 3-inch and other makes from the Crush City range from last year would be good shouts for our, you know, usual trout and stuff like that. And yeah, really good. So hope we're all connected here. I think we're all good still. I've got internet still and everything's going live all right still. So yeah, if you're still here and you let us know in the chat so far how you're thinking things are going and how you're liking it. And yeah, all that stuff. Crush range, good range of colours equals Crush City. Yes, absolutely, mate. Yeah, that's one thing I liked about them. And the new colour, well, I don't know if it's a new colour actually, but the new, or the core shot sort of bass yabby kind of colour was one that really stuck out to me. And I'm like, oh, like especially down south, like East Gippsland Way, things like that, with the bass yabbies, you know, all congregating and getting destroyed by bream and perch and all those other sort of species. It'd be definitely worth chucking that colour in your box for anywhere around the East Gippy area with that bass yabby sort of colour. Yeah, so that's the Crush Cities. Now, I'll let you know again, anyone that is tuning in fresh from earlier, oh, hang on, Hawksy's saying something. That colour is very popular in Southeast Queensland. Mate was saying they sell it out very fast there. Yeah, well, I wouldn't be surprised, mate. It just looks like such a natural colour, like that egg sac kind of look about it with the, yeah, or even like, you know, the translucent, like the innards, that orange kind of innards in the head of the bait there. Yeah, they just look wicked. Yeah, I think they look cool. So that's why I was happy to sort of present it here. Fishing Monthly. Let's have a look at something from Fishing Monthly now. What are we looking for? Oh yeah, that'll be this.
All right, Sada.
All right, sorry, I'm just muting this for a second. I've got to find the right time here, but yeah, Mike Reba's just tuned in. Oh yeah, that's right. So I was just going to mention to anyone who's just tuned in, if you want to be entered into the giveaway, you have to go over to my very first video, find out what the title is, put it in the comments of the chat, and I'll chuck your name in. Now, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So currently you got a 1 in 5 chance of winning $100 lure pack, and I've gone past the time on that video because I've been talking crap too long. Yeah, I'll keep an eye a bit closer on the screen there while I'm doing this. But yeah, jump over there if you want while we're watching the videos, if you like, and find out what the title of my very first video was, and let me know what it is in the chat. All right, so we're going to go to another local guy from a bloke called Matthew from Baramba Lures. Now, he's got these things that are a bit different, just in their design. Apparently a world first, but we'll get a look at these now. I've got to unmute it. That'll be a good start.
Also got the Vibinators. So we've got these in a 38mm size and a 58mm size with assist hooks on. I'm using the Baramba assist chamber method, where the assist cord goes through the lure and then wraps around a split ring. So that's a world's first design by Baramba Lures on the Vibinator. 58 and 38 for your bass, your yellows, flatties, brim, everything's going to eat those red. Next one.
Right, so Vibinators. I like the name, by the way, Matt. It's pretty funny. So apparently a world first in a way that it's got the design is like an assist chamber method. So it's got like assist hooks that run up through the middle of the bait, and then they're up onto a split ring, which I'm assuming is what the tie point is of the whole lure, which is pretty cool. It gives you a direct connection to the fish from there. So yeah, that's that. Wasn't too much else from Matt there. He's got some larger crankbaits here, which would probably suit the cod guys, actually. And this is something I just didn't think of until now. Yeah, I'm going to, actually, just before I get too far ahead of myself, I'm going to quickly... Okay, so I've got a couple of names here. So... Yeah. All right, Pitbull says that those vibes are really cool. Keen to grab a couple and chase some yellows. Yeah, I would have thought that you would have been wanting to chase some yellows with those lures, mate. They're pretty cool. Look, I mean, like a vibe's a vibe at the end of the day. I think the behaviour of the lure is going to be very much the same as any other vibe, but just that little bit of a design difference there with the that assist chamber method that he was talking about. Now these crankbaits probably suit some of the cod guys, so I'll just run this through here so you can see.
This one is the B80, so this is
So the B80s.
our B diver range. The B60's just grown bigger into a big 80. B80, all heavy duty hardware, through wire construction on those, BKK hooks, ready to go for fishing for your Murray cod and yellow belly.
So these particular lures are sort of another rendition of the same from last AFTA. You brought out the 60s, I think he said, but they're through wire construction, like he said. But you'll also see, if you look close enough, if you go back to that video, you see it's got a little loop under the chin now, and he's got like a weight system that you can use. Particular weights for those lures will mean that they'll suspend, not just to be a standard floating diver. So yeah, they're like, you can make them sink, you can make them suspend as well. So having that sort of adaptable kind of weight system in the lure is a pretty good extra application, if you know what I mean. You can make your lures, you know, fish more types of water or different types of fish in different types of fish, essentially, in different scenarios and things like that. So yeah, you're not sort of bound to one action and one particular way that the lure behaves. So yeah, and obviously he's done the development in making sure that when you use those lures and you use the weights, the behavior, the action of the lure doesn't change. It's just whether or not it sinks, floats or suspends is the kicker there. So really cool stuff from Baramba there. And that's gonna wrap up our first half of the lure parts for the thing. I'm gonna get into some other stuff in a minute as well. But if you are enjoying the content so far, you're enjoying today's live, drop a like on it if you're liking it. I want to see plenty of thumbs up on the video, and yeah, all that sort of stuff. If you're feeling generous, you can drop supers in like you've seen before. So super chats, things like that. They are obviously just small donations to the channel, which just helps, you know, fund, you know, more videos, funds trips, things like that. Helps me afford giveaways for you guys. So the more you give, the more I can give. You know, it's all about paying it forward with that stuff. So yeah, anything you can do to help out would be absolutely appreciated. And all the more love for it. So fantastic, and thank you very much. Now, what are we at now? Bit of a shameless plug there, but Sean, you've done half an answer in one comment and half an answer in the other comment. So if you can get it all in one comment, that'd be good, mate. I appreciate it. Right, so next one is probably the most content heavy particular video from one particular video, which is going to actually help me where I won't have to worry about finding the videos, so to speak. But yeah, I'll be able to use this, and I'm keep getting a phone call from someone. That's lucky I've got it on silent, because that's actually going to annoy the crap out of me. All right. Righty-o. Right, celebrate your 10th super. J-Cat, keep up the good work. Lee, thank you very much. You are my 10th super on a live stream. You are an absolute legend. Thanks, mate. And you're going to probably like some of the stuff that's on here. And yeah, I reckon you're going to love it. So Upper Bass Fishing says, I think can proudly say I made this saying, and if one of your fishing mates are telling you, Furphy, say this politely, mate, you tell more lies than a back of a lure box. Oh, that's so funny. I like that. I like that. Stop calling me. All right. Now, we've got a YouTube video here from Tackle Tactics. There's a heap of stuff here. And I am going to turn my phone off because this is annoying the crap out of me. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so we'll get straight into this one and you'll see what I'm doing here. Okay.
All right, let's kick off with the new range of spinnerbaits from TT. So the range has had a complete revamp. We've got 4 different models to have a look at here. So first cab off the rank is
I don't know what happened here, but it died.
the TT
There we go.
Vortex Plus.
We're back.
So a compact frame spinnerbait, new look head, really nice looking 3D eyes on there, hand-tied skirt, built on a mustard hook, and we've got that custom TT stinger on the back there. So quality stainless steel frame. We've got some nice high polished blades in nickel, gold, or also a new black chrome colour, and we've got a welded loop in the end there. This is finished with a ball bearing swivel to give us beautiful action on the retrieve, but also on the sink with that blade helicoptering on the sink to get you those bites when you cast close to timber, close in around the weed, and that sort of thing. That guy is available in a 1/8, quarter, 3/8 half, and also a 5/8 ounce size. Stepping up from him, we have our Tornado Plus. So this goes to a larger frame of spinnerbait, perfect for those big goldens, Murray cod, that sort of thing. This guy is a tandem, unrigged, so he has a willow blade and also a Colorado blade, plenty of flash and vibration, built on a 5/0 mustard hook, beautifully strong, chemically sharpened black nickel hook, and we've got that same head design with those large 3D eyes. So these guys, a dozen colours in the Vortex and also a dozen colours in that tandem unrigged in the Tornado Plus. So that's going to be dynamite, that guy there. And then we go from the Tornado Plus in a tandem to the Tornado Plus in a double Colorado rig. So the difference here being that we've got our double Colorado blades for maximum thump and vibration. We also have a pre-rigged trailer on this double Colorado Tornado Plus. So beautiful again, a dozen colours, awesome looking head design, 3D eyes, those hand-tied skirts, mustard hook, and our TT stinger hook on there. Welded loop on this spinnerbait as well. And again, those ball bearing swirls to get maximum spin on those blades, even on the drop when we're helicoptering down. So we've got a 3/8 and a half in the tandem unrigged, and in the Colorado, double Colorado rigged, we've got a half, 3/4, and a 1 ounce size. Our final spinnerbait in the range is the new twin spin. So this guy is going to be awesome for those guys looking for maximum thump and vibration. Big Murray cod, plenty of vibration out of those 2 large Colorado blades. This guy's in a 3/4 ounce, 12 colours, all those cool features across that spinnerbait again with hook quality and etc. And the cool thing about the twin spin, we can slide that frame down, pack it up so it fits into our tackle trays, ready to go on a cod adventure. We simply slide that back out again and we're ready to go. Maximum vibration and thump to attract those big Murray cod to that Tornado Plus twin spin spinnerbait. So 4 awesome spinnerbaits, a dozen colours in each. Make sure you check those out. We also have stinger hooks, TT custom.
Right, so we are through that first segment of the TT or Tackle Tactics TV episode here, which is going to have a fair few things in it. So this is the first of a number of stuff from the TT camp. Now, you're probably thinking, why are you looking at TT spinnerbaits? Now, there's probably one reason why I am looking at these now. I own or have used and owned TT spinnerbaits in the past. I've got one here, which I will get out for you lads and lasses here. Hang on. All right, so this is a older Vortex spinnerbait, okay? So predominantly used for bass, this particular one with a small single arm, willow blade, all that stuff, okay? Now, you'll notice that the end eye here, it's pretty small, but it's just a folded eye here. Okay, you're going to have to take my word for it because you won't be able to see it. It's just a folded eye here. Like most spinnerbaits have that sort of thing going on, right? Now, most of the ones from TT, like I got 4 or 5 of these from TT, half of them were too open, so that I lost these within half a dozen casts. The other half were too tight, so they were squished down too tight, and they would get tangled up and not spin properly. So they were an absolute nuisance, and I ended up getting rid of them or stopped using them. That's why that one's actually hanging up, right? They've changed their design. They've obviously got different heads now, a bit nicer looking heads, and they have gone with a welded loop on the end of there, you heard him say. So what that means is obviously it's just a welded loop. So they can do a much larger loop, and they just weld it on the end, essentially. So it means that overfolding or underfolding is no longer a problem. So obviously they've probably got some feedback from their users, their sponsored anglers and general public complaint and the likes, and have addressed that. So kudos to them to do that, make the changes to their product to make it better. And I think it's worth giving them a shot if you're in the market for, you know, more cheaper mass-produced spinnerbaits. If you're not looking after the local guys, I'd still suggest you look after the local guys like Gauge Right and Spin Right lures, stuff like that. So, you know, suggestions only. Do what you want. That's all good. Now, next video will be. We are looking for a minute marker 400. Oh, here we go. When we get there.
Exciting one.
All right. Now, this one's a little bit different than what I usually show. I've never used this type of lure before, but I thought I'd present it because using it for particular applications would work well. So, get a look at this. When I can get it up. What am I doing? Here we go. Sorry.
I'll have a look at here as well. We've got one more bladed bait on the wall here to have a closer look at, and that is the new TT Flashpoint Plus tail spinner. So our tail spinner consists of a metal fish-shaped body with that spinning blade on the back end there that creates flash and vibration. We have 3 sizes in the range. We have a 9 gram, a 14 gram and a 22 gram. So that's got you covered from more finesse applications through to those deep schooled bass on that 22 gram weight. The cool thing about this tail spinner is the body design actually gives it a swimming action on the retrieve as well as the action of that blade giving you flash and vibration. Plenty of weight, whether we're using it as a big search bait to throw in big long casts or we're fishing deep, and we've had some great fun watching the bass and stuff even on that live imaging as well. It comes fitted with an owner treble to pin those fish, and it's available in 10 dynamite colours to cover a stack of different species and a stack of different water clarities. Okay, we've moved across to metal vibration.
Right, so the, what are they called again? Tail spinners. Something that, you know, if I was to ever purchase any live tech or something like that, I'd be wanting to try to give them a go on some deeper set fish. Nice small lure, something with a lot of flash and a bit of weight just to sink it down there and get it in front of some bass's faces and things like that, especially off some deep edges and things like that, if you're doing that sort of stuff. So yeah, bit of a cool one. Obviously tail spinner's not a new product but all, you've got them out in other brands and things like that, but just something I thought, you know, using something like that, especially with live tech, would be a cool thing to do. The other one I like is on here as well. It's another blade lure, but I'll get to that in a minute. One last point I'll make with the tail spinners is obviously being a blade-like lure, like nice and heavy, that sort of stuff, and you can cast them long distances. They're a great search bait as well, as he was saying in the video. You can just throw them around and, you know, try and find some hungry fish if you're not using live tech, which is you know, a good thing. Here's the next one. These are called a switch minnow. So here we go. If I actually press the right button.
The exciting new addition in metal vibration blades this year is the Switch Minnow Plus. This thing has blown me away. Two sizes in this guy. There's a 37mm 6.5 gram, and there's a 43mm in the 10 gram, and there's 13 colours. So you're covered for a ton of different species and different environments that you're fishing. The difference with this metal vibration blade, we were looking for how can we change the game up, and this is really cool. These guys have got colour matched silicon tails on this blade and a different profile shape. So what this does is when we fish this guy and we're twitching and hopping it, it's got a really erratic action. It moves around a bit all over the place. Otherwise we can still keep it on that nice tight slow roll. But when you pause this guy, he swims on the drop. So he actually swims down in the water with that tail moving. So what that does is it gives you action throughout the entire retrieve, whether you're slow rolling, whether you're hopping and pausing, or whether you're letting that blade sink on the drop. So it's going to be dynamite, stirring up those schooled bass, but also a stack of other species in the fresh and salt. So those two weights in that guy, beautiful little red fin looking profile there as well. So two sizes in that guy with those TT owner assist hooks on there as well to pin those fish. So make sure you check out that Switch Minnow Plus.
Right, so yeah, the switch minnow. I really like the look of that lure, and I like one of the biggest dislikes for vibes for myself is the lack of action they have on the drop. They tend to just helicopter down in a horrible looking thing, and then they vibrate when you're pulling them up. So that's all fine, but yeah, unless you're really keeping contact with the lure as the lure's dropping, you're not really going to have any action from the lure when it's like that. So yeah, cool little design difference with those that plastic sort of tail that makes it sort of this. You probably would have seen the video I just showed you that had that footage in it showing how they drop, and yeah, pretty cool looking. So yeah, that's that one. Now this one here I had a particular viewer of mine in for the I had a particular viewer in mind for the channel for this particular segment of the Tackle Tactics thing. This is all Z-Man stuff, as they are obviously they're importers for Z-Man as well. So we'll get this one going. This is all more micro finesse sort of stuff. So you like your drop shop fans or anyone that does like Ned rigging or anything like that. This is probably up your alley, I would think.
All right, folks, we've moved over to the Z-Man wall. Let's have a look at the exciting new products from Z-Man this year. So, micro finesse baits. Micro fishing is becoming more and more popular, and the Z-Man micro finesse baits range has a stack of different options in there. Last year, we released the Z-Man 1.75-inch micro goat. That's a 1.75-inch double tail little kicker with a ribbed body, and that's caught a stack of different species. So this year we thought we'll add another option to the range. So this year in the Z-Man micro baits, we have a 1.75-inch micro worms. The tail movement on this guy is insane, and what fish doesn't like to eat a worm? So this is going to be deadly. The cool thing about these microplastics is fish have no hands to suss out what this is. The only way they can do that is to pick it up in their mouth. And because these baits are nice and tiny, they get the whole bait in there, good chance for us to set the hook. So the 1.75-inch micro worms is available in 6 colours. It has a nice thick little body at the front here that holds the jig head well and tapers rapidly to that tail for maximum movement. 10 times tough, so nice and durable as well, even though it is a tiny little compact plastic. Also very versatile. It doesn't just represent a worm, we can also twitch it and flick it around to represent a tiny bait fish or a jelly prawn as well. So that's going to be deadly. Make sure you check that out. That is the 1.75-inch Z-Man micro worms. Alright, every now and then a plastic comes along that really blows my mind when I get out there and fish it, and this is one of those. This is the new Z-Man drop kickers in a 2.75-inch and a 3.5-inch size. So it's designed in the US as a drop shot bait. which over here gives it a lot of characteristics that make it a versatile presentation for fishing our salt and fresh water. So the body design on this plastic, it's got a nice ribbed belly for holding scent and a nice bulky head that holds a jig head well with cutaway sides, which it makes the hookup rate really, really good on this plastic. And it tapers away quickly to a real wormy sort of tail with a wedge-shaped tail on the end. So the trick to this thing is we've got a good bulky body, we've got that long thin tail, and that wedge-shaped tail gives it a really nice tight paddle tail swimming action. So we can fish it on a slow roll, we can hop it, we can pause it, and fish just come and pick this thing up and eat it. So I've only had the opportunity to fish it once so far, and I smashed some nice brim on it and also got a stack of flatties. And I'd mixed up the retrieve, I tried all different sorts of retrieves, and the fish just ate it each time I fished it. So it's going to be a dynamite one to have in your kit. Available in 11 colours in that 2.75 inch size and 8 colours in the larger 3.5 inch. As well as those 2 new soft plastic releases.
Yeah, so they're the sort of bait finesse type style lures that Z-Man have got going on at the moment. They've had a couple of others come out, like the baby goat ones and stuff like that. Yeah, really cool. I know J-Cat, one of my viewers here, loves his finesse style or anything sort of that US drop shot style fishing. I think he would love those, so I definitely had you in mind with that one, mate. So hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, so that is pretty much wrapping up all of the AFTA stuff. There's one other little video I wanted to just have a look at, and it's kind of AFTA style, but it's not at the same time. This was presented at the Sydney Boat Show a couple of weeks ago. So this was just a bit before AFTA came up. So yeah, I just thought I'd what is this video? Oh yeah, that's right. Sydney Boat Show. Oh, what are you doing? Sydney Boat Show 2024. Here we go.
Show with Joey. Boat show with Joey Allen. Was a fishing.
All right, so just got the video up, and we're going to go through there. The Z-Man looks the goods. Thanks a lot, Lured In Fishing. We'll be having a bit of a talk about Lured In Fishing very soon as well. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, micro worm has some potential as a micro neg rig. Yeah, there you go. So I knew that'd be something up your alley, mate. And you know, I think new or slightly different techniques to what we're used to in Australia is something I don't mind presenting on here, because you know, like there are so many techniques you can use to catch fish rather than standard methods. So yeah, I think this is a good one. Now this is a little bit of a different. This is slightly away from the rods, the reels, the lures. This is more technology based, if you know what I mean. And this is something I'm actually a little bit interested in. Maybe trying out myself just to see what this product's like, as it's more well and truly more in my price point for the type of thing that it is. So let's have a look at this.
Guy, now's a boating guy, and you've got the hottest product at the show here, haven't you, to show us? Forward-facing sonar just got affordable, didn't it?
It sure did. We've got it. It's just been released at ICAST, which was 2 weeks ago now. An amazing amount of attention that it gathered over there. It's called the Eagle Eye 9, and it's live sonar as a complete bundle package for. It's going to retail in Australia for $14.99.
That's it. So if you haven't got forward-facing sonar and you wanted to give it a go, didn't want to spend $5 grand or more on a setup, this is what you get in the box. You get the 9-inch unit, which is forward-facing sonar dedicated. Like, it doesn't replace your full multi-function 9-inch, and you get this transducer in the box there, and we've worked out that it goes this way.
Correct.
But you don't have to change the angle on that transducer to down or forward.
You don't have to change the angle to do down or forward, and you don't need another module to process either. It comes straight from the transducer, straight to the back of the unit, all in
one, real simple. So the only cords that actually come out of the back of this unit are your transducer and your power. That's it.
That's it. And runs on your standard 12-volt house battery for your boat.
Yep.
Now, there are a few concessions, I suppose. $5,000 system versus $1,400 system. It's a little bit narrower, the view.
Yep.
So your down view looks like it's about, what, 45, 50 degrees?
Yeah, something like that,
And your forward view, do you have that on the simulator here?
Not on the simulator on this one.
But forward view is at the same angle.
Yes.
So, so if you want to check out
taking a bit to load, sorry
your
guys.
lure, like you can see here, big barra, brim, bass all swimming around, and you haven't got the big money to do it, Joey's now your best mate.
That's right. It's a really good option where, like we were doing some sums before, it's like a third of the price of the next cheapest option to get into live sonar. So
one thing this doesn't do is it doesn't do that scout mode.
Doesn't do your scout mode.
You need the system to do that one.
And this one also won't do side scan. This unit itself won't do normal side scan. So it does down scan, 2D sonar, live down and live forward. That's your 4 views plus mapping.
So this isn't going to be the solest one on your boat. You're going to already have your helm sounder.
Yep.
This is going to be the second sounder you buy, whether you're in a kayak or a boat. Strap that to your trolley motor, and you are looking up
And you're
down.
right. Yep.
There you go. Available before Christmas.
Hopefully.
There you go.
Right, so that is a very, very palatable and affordable live sonar setup. So $14.99, going to be available very soon. So very cool concept there. Now, I've looked at some other videos about what the limitations are of the system and things like that. It's got forward and down only. So, and you can't have them both mirroring on the same screen. So you can either have forward or you can have down, and that's it. And you only get one array. If anyone's done any research on live tech stuff, you'll have forward and then a bunch of different arrays underneath it. So it's got almost a complete field of view from like 30 degrees. Say like, I don't know if I can get like from like 30 degrees, which is probably about from this high, sort of down to like there, all the way down to the back of the boat kind of thing. So it's like a very big field of view, whereas this particular live tech is only going to give you that first little snippet, that real thin edge, if you know what I mean. So I think it'll be good to try it out and see if it's, is it actually worth the money, that sort of stuff. If that's something you'd be interested to know about, then obviously I'd be wanting to try and buy one for the channel so that I can test it and see if it actually does a good job or not, things like that. Wouldn't mind doing that sort of thing. So yeah, money permitted. Obviously it isn't cheap still. It's $1,500, and obviously I'm a dad now, I've got to think about the bills and things like that. But yeah, something I would love to get up and have a bit of a look at. So that's rounding out all of the content from AFTA and all of the fishing gear related stuff that I wanted to talk about tonight. We're going to go through the rest of the usual sort of things that we go through. Fisherman's Office content update. Now, you may have seen a post on Instagram and on YouTube stating that I will have a bass video ready to go for the 1st of September, most likely. Now, I will 100% confirm that live today, that it will be ready to go on the 1st of September. Finalised the video pretty much this afternoon, and edit's pretty much done. I've got to do a couple of little tweaks there, and then it's ready to go up. So really, really, really looking forward to seeing this one go up. It's been a bit of hard work getting it on the channel for starters, and obviously getting a start on an edit was also a challenge. So a few challenges in there with obviously starting to be a father and all that sort of stuff. So when I started filming this, I was not a father, and then became a father, and now I've edited it and got it ready to go kind of thing. So yeah, got some absolute great fish, documented an all-round fun trip with Alex Hawks from Hawksy Fishing. So he has a bit of an appearance in that video. He didn't make a video himself for that particular trip, but yeah, I think I got quite a palatable video for you guys to watch. I've sent a little snippet of some stuff from my editing suite to a couple of people to get to wet the whistle, and yeah, I've gotten some good feedback for that, guys. So thank you very much. Next video on the agenda is that sea bass surf outfit review that I've got planned. Obviously, I've written that video. As I said earlier, I've been really just focusing on one thing at a time. So I've done the bass feature. I'll be onto the sea bass video shortly after that. I will be going fishing next month on the 4th of September. Actually, I got a couple of days off. I'm going to a show on the 3rd, so I took the extra day and I'm going to go have a fish. Now, whether or not I get a video out of that is completely no idea, even if the weather's going to be good. So hopefully it's good enough weather. I can get the boat out and we're going to have a bit of a fish. Probably going to hit some bass or maybe go East Gippsland and have a bit of a crack for some from some estuary species, maybe over in East Gippy. Greg Conductor. Greggy, palatable. Not a word we hear every day. Yeah, well, it's in my vocabulary, mate, so there we go. So fishing related stuff, I don't know, this is just off the cuff kind of stuff. Carp, on fly and unweighted plastics. Readies with drop shot and finesse tactics would be my go-to for any of you local blokes that are wanting to just wet a line. Don't know if it'll be any good now because we've had basically just a heap of rain in the last 6 hours essentially. We just, yeah, plenty of that. Trout season is open September the 7th, so back onto the trout now. So, you know, lures of choice will be your black and gold, spinners or plastics. Nymphing and streamers will be productive for fly guys, and you know, if you're into small creeks and stuff like that, obviously a dry dropper, easy as. They're always hungry in those little streams. That's why I love going there. It's really easy to catch fish in those little streams. So grouse. Bass, weather's starting to warm, obviously, so bass fishers will be starting to come out the woodwork, including myself, which is what I'm planning hopefully to do next month early. Just get out for a day and hopefully catch a few bass. Don't really care what size at this point in time. I just want to get some fish on the end of a line because it's been way too long. Anyways, cod season is coming to a close in all the rivers. They are still legal to be targeted in your closed impoundments, or most of them anyway that I'm aware of. So make sure you abide by fisheries laws and stick away from them in spring in the rivers, guys. So yeah, that is pretty much that for the fishing related stuff. Now, I would like to take a quick opportunity to thank my friends over at Hook Up Bait and Tackle for all their support over the last 12 to 18 months, or probably for the whole time I've been a channel, really. Ever since I started shopping there, I've been a big supporter of them and they have of me, so thank you very much. Also, if you are a local to Melbourne and that area, make sure you jump in there. Anyone that's subscribed to Fisherman's Office gets 10% off anything in store, so jump in there. Say good day to the tackle shop boys and let them know you are a subscriber of Fisherman's Office and you would like your 10% discount, please and thank you. Whether it's a punnet of worms, a box of yabbies, or a big cod swim bait, whatever you're doing, they'll do it for you, guys. Thank you very much. Now, Sean Horton says, bring on East Gippsland. Yes. Well, it depends on weather, really. So, yeah, and whether or not I'm motivated enough to drive that far for a day. So, yeah. Now, last promotional thing I'll talk about now is Lured In Fishing. Now, Lured In Fishing first members giveaway closes tomorrow. So, if you want your chance at winning $2,500 worth of fishing gear, a fishing gear package tailored to your type of fishing, similar to what I do with the giveaways here, but on a much larger scale, click that QR code with your smartphone, jump over. For as little as $10, you could win $2,500 worth of fishing gear. If you don't want the fishing gear, you can jump over and or just let us know that you would like cash, and you'll get $2,000 cash. So it's $2.5 grand worth of tailored fishing gear package, or $2,000 cash. You can do a one-off package at $10, right up to about $100, or you can do a membership, which is about $10 also, but that's a recurring payment over monthly subscriptions that gives you access permanently to the platform, and obviously recurring entries into any giveaway. So that is the raffle type thing that we were just talking about. Now, the point of difference with that is obviously the tailored package. It's something that we want to emphasize. We want to make sure that we're catering to your specific needs or wants when it comes to your fishing. So that's that. The odds are way better than anything else. Guys, you have no idea how good your odds are if you were to jump on and have a crack. For, like I said, as little as $10, scan that QR code or leave it up for a bit longer. And yeah, get on it. Now, the giveaway. I've got 9 inputs here. For those of you who are in very late, because it's very late in the evening now, if you would like to be in the draw, just answer this one question. What is the name, the title of my very first video here on YouTube? If you can let me know what that is, I'll put you in the draw quickly. I'll leave this QR code up a bit longer. If you want to drop some comments in the comment boxes, drop some likes, some love, everything else on the channel there, on the chat box. We love you. And this has been an absolute ripper of a live. This is probably the best live I've ever done. I am glad that I did this run sheet, because if I didn't, I'd be very lost by now. And yeah, it's been a good night. I've been enjoying it. I hope you've enjoyed it and all those things. No one else is putting up the answer, so I'm guessing everyone's entered that wants to. We're going to chuck the giveaway wheel up and we'll get this thing going. Now, we have 9 entrants to the giveaway. This is for $100 worth of fishing gear. Now, one other thing I will just mention quickly. If you are the winner, you need to email me on thefishermansoffice@gmail.com to give me some details, and I'll obviously get the information from you in that as well. Just let me know what kind of fishing you do and what you would like, whether it's lures, terminal tackle, some line, whatever it may be. Let me know what it is you are after, and I will sort you out. Now, without further ado, we will hit the go button on the wheel. Who's the winner? Let's have a look. Jeff Bade. Jeff Bade, you are the winner of tonight's giveaway. Like I said before, drop an email to me and we'll get some details from you. I think I've given you stuff before, so I think I've got some details, but I'll, yeah, hit me up and I will send you out some gear, mate. So thank you very much for entering, guys. Sean Horton, how do I scan the code with my phone when I'm watching in my phone? You can't do it while you're on a phone, mate. Sorry. If you're at home on a TV, you can scan it with your phone. If not, jump over to luredinfishing.com, pop your entries in on there. Like I said, one-time package or subscription, whichever one suits your preference, guys. Yes, yes, yes-y-d. Jeff Bade, you have won and you are an absolute legend. Love it. Guys, I am going to wrap it up right there. Thank you very much for tuning into this month's live. It's been an absolute ripper and I've had an absolute ball. If you've enjoyed it, if you've been here for the first time, subscribe, like, share, comment, all the other stuff, and we'll see you next week when we go live with the Big Bass video. See you then.